Guys, let me just introduce Dora. I don't even know where to start. Dora, how are you, my
Yes,
dear?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Very entertaining game, to say the least. But yeah, how are you, Mr. B? Hope you're well. Yeah.
Um, I, j- I don't know. I don't know how that game's got me feeling, Dora.
Yeah.
I sat down there and watched it. I haven't sworn on so much in a long time. I just,
Mm,
I'm glad we got the win. That was the most important thing.
yes.
Exactly, double thumbs
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah.
But that performance stank.
Yeah. You know what? It's just, I am so numb to it at this moment in time.
Mm.
And it's so depressing to hear from a United fan standpoint. And I know that some people will probably think, "Oh my God, you won! We won today, and why are you so nitpicky?" And but that was such a disgusting performance by Manchester United today. And this is not taking away anything from Viktoria Plzen, who are a very solid league in Czech league, but they are probably, they're probably earning, I don't know, like this, if you compare it to United, what United players are earning right now, they don't like, and even an ounce of, they don't have an ounce of that salary and wage and everything else. And that first half, especially first half, Mr. B, I'm pointing out that first half was one of the worst games I saw in my life. Honestly, one of the worst halves I saw in my life. Both teams didn't do anything in front of the goal. It was just passing at the back, and then when the ball tries to go to the midfield, the ball gets lost.
Mm.
The other thing happens to Victoria Plzen, but at least they had a chance to get more near to the goal. They killed us in that midfield, Mr. B. I was so shocked because, like, I know they're not scrubs. I know they are all professional. We shouldn't ever, you know how do you say it, undermine, or undermine the lesser teams of, for example, this is from Czech Republic, from Czechia. They don't seem, they have good, they had good moments in Champions League in the past, against Real Madrid and all that, but overall they should be a lesser team than United. And I saw that first half and I was like, oh my God, what is it? Like, it like someone, like a skunk, came into my living room and he shat all over the place, and it stunk so badly, like someone shat in my living room. And this is what United's first half looked like, and I was embarrassed. And then in the second half, you kind of, oh no, they are kind of better. There is more, they're more open, but so many issues, Mr. B. I don't know how you feel about. I want to see. I want to hear you, what you think, because I was disgusted, and I cannot even pretend that I am extremely happy about this win. Like, who cares, honestly? At this moment in time, cool, we won, but I'm not ecstatic. It was just so stinky. How do you feel about it?
I'm so. I just want us to put a performance in under AMORIM where everybody says, right, it's clicked. Mate, I'm being impatient. I get I'm being impatient, and I
Yeah.
understand the players we've got are shit. But I still want to see something. I still want to see these players not try. I mean, I think they're trying, just understanding what they're doing. The first half was so frustrating. I mean, if I could have got up and left, obviously you're on the watch along and you can't really just get up and go. I would have got up and gone. I would have just got up and left it and gone and walked around and done something else, you know. Second half was so much better. Um, because the first half was so shit. We
Yeah.
weren't great in the second half, but you got to respect Rasmus. The first him and Ahmad, the first goal, he was in the right place. And the second one is a good finish. I mean, we're through, Dora, which is the most, we're through. We won the game, which is the most important thing.
Mm.
I personally think this is our best chance of getting into Europe.
Mm.
I don't feel I don't think we're going to do it through the league. If we do it in the league, then it may well be the last European place or the Conference Peer Cup. And I'd
Yeah.
rather not play in the Conference Peer Cup. To be fair, I'd rather we didn't have anything. Club wise, maybe they mentality wise, tickets selling out the stadium, blah blah blah. It's more money, European night, granted, but I don't think the players would have the motivation to want to play in that competition and do well in it. Not like Chelsea, where they've got two teams, and these players
Mm.
are proven they want to play for the first team, and they know if they prove themselves in the Thursday, they'll get their run in the first team on during the week. So I'm just glad we're through.
Mm.
A lot of players are still maybe not grasping what AMORIM wants to do.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's the problem. I mean, how long do we give the players before we start believing that they're understanding? Managers come in. There's no way any player. I mean, there might be a couple of players who maybe aren't happy with the rotation system at the moment, but I understand what he's doing. I get what he's
Mm.
doing in regards to players. He needs to know he can trust certain players in certain positions, but it doesn't help us today. No problem. We've won.
Mm.
We've got
Yeah.
Man City in the week, and to be fair, our bread and butter is the Premier League. We need to be, eighth and ninth, sort of nowish, to be saying, it's been a respectable season, but we're not moving from this 13th position at the moment. So
Mm.
I'm hoping that there is an improvement. I'm hoping that the second half was more down to AMORIM giving the players instructions rather than it being something that just happened on the pitch. At least if it's an instruction or something that they can work on, then at least it's something moving forward. You know, um, Nora, I'm really not sure what. I'm not sure.
I, I mean, I get it. I agree with you in terms of, he needs time, right? We obviously know it. I mean, if you don't know United from the outside perspective, you would look at, for example, someone like Arne Slot, who what is doing at Liverpool. Yes, he had. I think he had a preseason. I'm not sure, but I think he had a preseason with Liverpool, and they are flying everywhere. You had the likes of, for example, Eddie Howe, who made Newcastle a better team, even with that dross of the squad. He kept them up. They after that, they invested in the squad. They got better, right? And they are now, kind of, they were in top four, but they are kind of on the upper bracket of the table, Premier League table. And then you have Unai Emery, who, they went from Gerrard and his awful football to Emery, who is vastly different in the ways he approaches the game, and they all of a sudden started flying. It's not that like he had time. He was kept. He was given the chance to be an Aston Villa coach in the middle of the season, and he stabilized them, and they
Mm,
started playing better. And then the next season, they got the top four, right? So I get it. I get that this squad obviously has huge holes, and I think this squad suffers from the players that have been here for far too long. The likes of Marcus Rashford. With all the respect, I thank him for everything that he did for the club. Great moments, great debuts. He's an academy lad. He did great job in the community, but he shouldn't be a Manchester United player. Today, what he displayed on that pitch in Czechia is an embarrassment. Even our Croatian commentator, who doesn't care about United at all, who doesn't care about Premier League football at all, commentated that Marcus Rashford was probably the weakest player on the pitch. And that says a lot when you hear it from your commentators, not even the likes of the guys that your guys, right, that are watching Premier League every week. These are guys that watch, they are broadcasting leagues, multiple different leagues, from Serie A to even Romanian league, Croatian, like they are this, commentating and watching football all over Europe,
Mm.
and this guy comes to on your TV, and you need to comment it, and he picks out you, that you are the weakest person on the pitch, who is a player of the pitch, who is earning the most, has the biggest salary wage, and is supposed to be the star boy of the or star player of the squad. I think this squad suffers from players that have been here for far too long, that are too lazy, in my opinion. That first half was the result of people not moving at all off the ball, very static, very lazy, very unconvincing. And to me, like, if I'm Ruben Amorim, like, I would lose my shit even now, right? I would literally come into that. I would go 100 kilometers per hour. I would jump into that dressing room, and I will just fight everyone. Like, I was shocked with how lethargic that team felt in that first half, and I feel bad for him. But as you said, we need to wait, and I get it. But I'm this team cost 80, I think 800 million euros. That's the value of this starting 11, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. B, or this squad. It's very expensive. And to see that every single week on the Premier League pitches, on European pitches, that's an embarrassment. And I think we have a lot of work to do. I think Ruben has a lot of work to do, but the club needs to clean up. And I'm glad that we finally heard reports of Ineos and the club, thinking about selling Marcus Rashford, moving out Luke Shaw, and those guys who stayed far too long on this pitch. And I'm really glad, and I cannot wait for it to start, because I'm so I don't we today, that goal that we conceded, I wasn't even surprised.
Mm-mm.
I was
I,
numb.
I, I,
Like,
no,
it's
no.
like
Just,
Onana is such a. I swear to God, that guy is asleep for most. Like, he has such a good season this season. He
and
saved
yes,
us so many times, and
the
then
last two games.
last two games, he's like he's on drugs.
Yeah,
Drug test him. Drug
yeah,
test him.
he's gone back to being the Onana that we knew from last season. I mean, look, I would take another goalie. I've come to that conclusion that he makes too much silly errors, Dora. Um,
Yeah,
so obviously he cost us the first goal. I think that's when I really, really lost my mind. But I ain't got no manners. Bath time is asking, was Rasmus good or lucky? I only heard on the radar and it sounded like everything was bouncing off him again. When he came on, he was normal Rasmus. The
yeah,
first goal, he was in the right place at the right time. The second goal was a good goal.
yeah.
The
It
second
was.
goal, he shielded his body away from the striker, from the
Yeah,
defender, and finished that one well. Um, Bart is saying, is there any United fan that Hojlund added another goal to his kitty as strikers are normally confident merchants. He came on and scored two. He must be our top goal scorer now. Look, if he keeps scoring, United won't look for another forward, and he
yeah,
keeps his place in the team. So I mean, they might still look one, and he'll be back up. But if he knows he's confident of coming on and scoring, then
yeah,
it's not really. I don't see it as an issue. I want him to keep on scoring. Um, if he hits, what did he hit last season? 15.
yeah. 15 or 16, not sure. In all competitions.
Anything on an increase on that. If he hits 20, it's an increase. 25 would be
Yeah,
great, regardless of where he's
yeah,
playing. Bath time saying, and with the transition moments, like really simple goals, or did they just mess up?
yeah. They messed it up.
There you go, bath time. It wasn't
Yeah.
nothing that we did.
In the second half, but by the end of the game, like, we could have scored two more if those attackers knew how to play football. Literally that. Like, it feels like, Mr. B, they are overthinking it. They are
Yes,
just overthinking it. Like,
yeah,
Erasmus scored two goals. Kudos to him. That second goal was a proper striker goal. But other than that, like, whenever he tries to get the ball outside of that box, he is an amateur. I
yeah.
swear
He's
to God,
hopeless. Yeah,
he's awful.
and then
Remember that
Anthony's worse.
Anthony, I speak, like, I asked the God during the game, what did I ever do to you to watch this guy play in United shirt? Was I that bad? Am I that bad of a person? I am asking God again, or whoever who is out there, please tell me, what did I do to deserve and watch Anthony in United shirt? He's absolutely horrendous footballer.
Yeah,
I don't know what is he doing.
yeah. He's not. He's not even half decent, man. No, he'll be gone. We know he'll be gone.
Hopefully, yeah.
Um, who else? Obviously, Rashford
Oof.
got booked. He got hooked just after he got booked, but look, he was poor. The game.
Mm.
Xerxes.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on?
he wasn't very good. He was. It's not even the right adjective or whatever. He wasn't good at all. Like, he had few good moments. In the first half, he laid out a ball to someone in the middle of the pitch, and that ball got sent to the wing, and we lost it. It wasn't his fault. I think I can remember maybe two moments, and the other one, he was on the wing. I don't know why he relayed the ball to Ryder. He tried to give it to Rashford, who, of course, lost the ball. So I get it, right? I get what he was trying to do, but he doesn't do anything else, Mr. B. Besides those two moments that I just, told you, he doesn't do anything. He didn't do anything in that game. And I know every single player has his role, but I feel like he doesn't do enough. He
Mm,
doesn't do enough on the pitch. I don't believe that he is a good presser of the ball. I think we established that. I don't need him to run like a headless chicken all the game, but sometimes you need to be very smart with your runs. He's either too slow or he reacts too late all the time when
mm,
it comes to pressuring. And for a big guy, he cannot consistently guard the ball and relay to another player. He loses it too much. And I from the clips from the games that I saw of him at Bologna, I know that league is slower and everything else, but I felt like he had a good touch there. Here, whenever he is under pressure, he almost never has that touch, and that's my issue. And he was part of the problem in the first half as well. No movement, not from anyone on that
well,
pitch.
the weird thing is when Mount came on, he had two chances that he should have scored. Let's be
Yeah.
honest, he should have scored them.
Yes, definitely.
But what he did was he ran through the midfield. He ran past the midfield.
Yeah.
These are the things that I think Amrin wants to see in the players, and that's what I'm saying. I think there's certain players now bedding themselves into what Amarin is looking for.
Mm,
I don't know what Mount does, but he seems to be popping up in the positions to score goals. And if he
mm,
keeps popping up in there, the chances are going to come. Either
yeah.
one of those he should have scored today. And in the first game when he came back, he had another chance. Same position.
Yeah.
Same position inside the penalty area, first time strike running past. So I think that there's now I'm starting to believe that players are earning his confidence.
Mm,
Um Hojlund coming on, obviously changed the game for
yeah.
us as a team. He scored the first goal, which was great score by Ahmad down the side
Mm,
pass. He took the shot,
yeah.
bounced off the goalie straight into his feet. Right place, right time. That's what you want from a striker.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm hoping his confidence is up now.
Mm,
And I think he probably deserves to be starting in the games as much as he can do in regards to, burnout and blah, blah, blah. Do you feel that if he continues playing at the level that he is, that he will be the number one, or do you feel that the club will still in the summer go for another striker?
it's really hard to tell because from the moment we signed him in Europe, he's faring much better. He's scoring goals. I think in first 2-3 games in the Champions League last season, he scored 4 or 5 goals. At one moment, he was the best goal scorer in the Champions League, which was we were so I was very excited because those were proper striker goals, right? He was very good. But in the Premier League, then we transitioned into Premier League after we got kicked out of the Champions League by Onana. Uh, and then I feel like Hojlund, and I think I am kind of repeating what BT is saying, and I saw that since the last season. For a big guy, he falls a lot, in my opinion. For a big guy, he cannot wrestle or move away from his center back, which is very strange to me. And for a quick guy that he's a lefty and he has strength, he loses the ball too much outside of the box. I think that whenever he is outside of the box, he's thinking too much. Instincts work when he is in the box as striker. I believe if he finds the, how do you say it? If he finds the way how to play against Premier League center backs consistently, because I'm not saying that he cannot play against, for example, Everton. I'm like, for example, someone like someone like Tarkovsky or the big guys or whatever. I think he can, but I think he needs to do it consistently. He needs to learn how to play against Premier League center backs consistently, and with that, he will Mr. B. He has potential to score even more goals, and then we have a solved problem in front of at the number 9 position. Do I believe that the club is going to try to find another striker? I don't think so. I think they will try to find another, maybe a winger of like a number 10 position, just behind
that's what I was
striker.
thinking. A fast one, a fast player, with
a fast
sense.
one. Look, I think Amad Diallo is our best player this season by far, because even though people can say, oh, but he's maybe he's not big, he's not that strong, he's not that tall, he tries a lot. He's very hardworking, and I believe that he is one of those players, as you mentioned, that is learning AMORIM's strategies, and he's actually doing them on the pitch. Now, of course, sometimes he likes to dribble against the players. Sometimes those will come through, sometimes not. But I see him running to space. Few times even today, someone like Bruno Fernandes not passing it to him when they are in the counters. Rasmus not passing in that moment to him when he was in that situation to score goals. So I think there is hope. But I don't believe that the club is going to look for another striker. I think they are going to invest someone who is going to play behind the striker, someone that is not Marcus Rashford. I will just say that.
I think he's slowly playing himself out. But look, that's a decision that the club have made, and let's hope that it's something that can be proved moved forward. I mean, look, at the moment, position wise in the Europa now, hold on, let me just get the league table up.
I don't even know what is happening.
At the moment, we're 8th. Our current standing is 8th. Yet Rangers are actually beating Tottenham 1-0.
Oh my God!
I know, and we've got Tottenham in a couple of games as well. So long may their shitty form and their shit defending continue, because they did us in the league. And we really should have. It was an embarrassment in that game. So let's hope that all of these, let's hope that who laughs longest, as they say. So look, at the moment we're 8th, which could change. Which is fine. 2 more games to consolidate. That position there, 8th position, and we're good to go for the rest. I haven't heard what AMORIM has actually said in the press conference, so I will listen to that a little bit later. But is there any more thoughts on the game, Dora? Before we call it a night, or is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you're thinking that can be improved? Moving forward, obviously we'll have the preview tomorrow. I'm not sure if you're going to be available for that or not, but we've got City coming up. Obviously, we can't play like this. As bad as City are playing, we will get done. What do you think moving forward, and what would your team be going forward for the City game?
Well, if Onana isn't, I don't know, if Amorim doesn't speak to Onana and talks to him and asks him what the hell is wrong with his head, I would even go that far and say, look, if you continue like this, you're going to be benched. Like, I am tired of it, honestly. I think we are going to see. Looking back, I think we are going to see a similar start 11 that we saw against Forest.
Okay.
Very similar. I think I don't know if Amorim is going to go with maybe Martinez gets benched. I don't think that this Victoria Plzen game showcased his anything, in my opinion. Honestly, he had an average game, nothing exceptional, nothing too bad. But it will be interesting to see how these players are set up against City. I think it will be quite similar to the City to the Forest game that we are going to start. But overall, I'm at the end of the day, I'm glad that we won. I'm glad that we are still in competition. I'm always up for. I don't like what I appreciated about Ten Hag is that he didn't give up on any competition. We played all competitions,
Mm.
which is very, very good
We
from
were
him.
just
And
shit. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
at least we were, good at some competitions.
Mm.
But like he wouldn't give up on, baseless, cup games or, and all that. I'm glad that we are still here. Hopefully, we go from there. And hopefully, this win, they sit down and talk about, how we are going to set up against City. I saw some positives today, even though it was a very static, lethargic game. I saw some of the positives. I think Rasmus is a goal scoring, in goal scoring. How do you say it? Form is very, very good. Ahmad is still good. Uh, I think this means that Garnacho is going to start against City.
Mhm. Mhm.
And yeah, we will have a fresh Kobe Mainu in the middle. It's I'm not still sold on Bruno as eight. To be quite honest with
He
you, I
wasn't.
still
I
need.
don't think he was that bad today. To be fair, in that
No,
position,
no, but he was an
but
exceptional. Uh,
then Ahmad play, look. I mean,
yeah,
it's gonna be. I think that top end of it is gonna
yeah,
be it's
yeah,
gonna be an interesting choice of
yeah.
what he does.
But yeah, we are positive, we are happy, and yeah,
Mm.
let's go beat City.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Look, guys, look, this was a short one. A lot shorter than normal. But sometimes when you don't have much to talk about, it doesn't make sense waffling. We
Yeah.
will be back tomorrow. Dora, are you available tomorrow for the
I will let you
preview?
know. I will
Just let
let you
me
know.
know.
I'm really busy before Christmas always.
That's
It's
look, that's
yeah,
that's that's all right. I know you got to go
yeah.
to the border on your mule. Yeah,
Yes, that kind of business. Oh my God, we are going to
um,
get demonetized.
guys, look, overhead, Canny, if you're available tomorrow, let Bath Time know. I wanna do a big reaction. I want to do a big preview for tomorrow, so I want a few of us on. But look, we will be back tomorrow. We did win 2-1. It probably didn't sound like it or look like it from me and Dora's faces, but look, we're up to 8. Um, Sweet. I'll get the details sent you as soon as I set everything up, mate. Um, look, yeah, we're through. We're nearly through. We want to finish top 8. One more win, I think, in the next game. Guarantees that. 2 more wins. You never know. We could finish, third on the table. My God, you know. Look, we'll see what happens. Dora,
Yeah,
if I do see you tomorrow, then it'll be a blessing. If I don't, look, I know it's still a blessing, but it's like a nut from me.
luck notes from me.